How did Superman return in Justice League? Superman revived in the Justice League, but what about Clark Kent? As we all know, at the end of Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Superman sacrificed his life in the war against Doomsday and left the mission open for the Batman and Wonder Man. And of course, whether it's a comic book reader or not, all the viewers are sure that Superman will come back. The problem here is how the Steel Man will return when people have made him to funerals. The funeral of Superman and Clark Kent funeral in his hometown of Kansas. When Superman returned, where would Clark Kent be? What will you do to return to living in society? Here are some of the hypotheses that come up with solutions to the problem. 4. No secret identity. If we cannot save Clark Kent, then we have to accept the result is no Clark Kent character anymore. In fact, many superheroes work well without a second identity. On the MCU side, most of their superheroes do not have or do not need secret identities. Not only Iron Man, but also War Machine, Thor, Captain America, Hulk have publicity to the world. As for DC Comics, they've been done with Superman already. Also in the new 52 series, Superman was revealed by his closest friend Lois Lane to the public. When Clark arrives in a small town to buy necessities, clothes, and a motorbike to set up another identity, the salesman recognizes him as Superman, forcing him to pay more. The disclosure is Superman also resulted bank account cancelled and a series of lawyers appearing to ask for money damages of wars which Superman caused. Not only the supervillains but also the ordinary criminals also appear everywhere and disturb the life of Clark. This could be a viable option for Warren. 3. Change identity. While the return of Superman to be quite simple and has many options, the problem with the Clark Kent identity seems to be pretty much difficult. The fact that Superman and Clark Kent were leaving at the same time and returning to same time would be hard to be logical. So, in the comic book, Superman decided to give up his Daily Planet reporter. Typically, in Action Comics episode 1 of DC's new 52 series, Grant Morrison has let Clark Kent disappear. Superman was too young and inexperienced has revealed the secret to 3 people. It was Batman, the young superhero of Gotham, Alex, the owner of his motel room, and Nimrod, the mercenary assigned to search Superman. To be safe for Alex and avoid the persistent pursuit of the terrorist organization behind Nimrod, Superman decides to let Clark Kent go disappear by breaking rush to the bomb blast to save people and disappeared. He hides under the new name is Johnny Clark, a fireman from Keystone. 2. Turn back time. This sounds very possible when we have Flash in the team. DC audiences know that with Speed Force in hand, changing the past for Flash is a story. Even so, it became a regular habit in the CW TV series The Flash. In a memorable scene of Batman v Superman, Bruce Batman Flash was dreaming of 2 messages: "Do not trust him" and "Oh no, I came too soon." So, we can assume that in Justice League, Barry the Flash will go back to time and rescue Superman from death. However, this caused a series of changes in the timeline and caused Superman to become a bad guy. So, Barry turned to this time again to correct the mistake, but he came too soon, and in the dream of Bruce, Superman and Doomsday were not yet over. 1. Hibernation. The most convenient remake solution for Superman's revival is the way comic authors do. In essence, Superman actually did not die after fighting with Doomsday but fell into a deep coma, the body being almost inactive. After a long period of time in hibernation, his body gradually heals itself according to Krypton's congenital healing mechanism and returns to normal functioning. Of course, this process has the support of golden sunlight, the main element that guarantees the power of Kryptonians. In this version, Clark Kent is thought to have gone missing. When Superman returned, he returned. Of course, Superman does not come back immediately after his death and must wait after some other DC comic events come out and come back to surprise the readers. The movie version could be more succinct by sending Superman's Earth scientists to the field and taking him out of the grave, then using a large amount of optical sunlight to revive it. Steel Man and Clark Kent has to take the reason that the body was mistaken and he still lives somewhere, until now have the opportunity to return. However, Using this method is too hard and the ability for Zack Snyder and his team to choose this solution is quite low.